everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. This week, we're talking about the future of teaching. Now, the future of teaching is anyone's guess. Things are not only changing in the US, but worldwide. With the pandemic moving a lot of classrooms online, teachers have become more flexible and knowledgeable about different teaching modes, including teaching online. Teachers have adapted, and so have the students, which is amazing to see. I remember at the height of the pandemic, March, April 2020, my children getting online for classes, and it was a lot. It was stressful, not only stressful for them, but for me as a teacher in higher education. A lot of my students were now transitioning online, and it was a big change, not only for us as teachers, but them as students. Now, working in higher education, the transition again was not easy for everyone. But I've seen more and more students choose distance learning as of late because it gives them more flexibility, the opportunity to work, to go to school, and to care for loved ones, especially those with young children. I notice they tend to take online classes even though they end up struggling throughout. They still feel the need to take the online classes because it gives them a sense of time management where they don't have to get childcare to go to campus, pick up the child, and it seems to help them as far as maintaining their everyday lives. Now, teaching online isn't only for adults, but from preschool all the way to high school, language tutoring, and even full day elementary, middle school, and high schools, people are teaching and learning more and more online. Now, what does that mean for you? As someone who works in the field of education, this means more options and more opportunities. Now, thinking about the things that you would have a chance to engage in, there's TEFL teaching, teaching English as a foreign language. There's teaching English as a foreign language tutoring. There is creative writing tutoring, language tutoring from French, Spanish, Japanese, down to Korean, as well as Arabic. So this opens up so many doors for educators from all walks of life. There's also adjuncting in higher education. Many higher education institutions are now bringing classes online. And this is a great way for teachers to move into the field of higher education. If they are back in the classroom now working full time, in their role as K 12 teachers, if they do decide to transition to higher ed, being able to adjunct online is a great way to get some skills and some knowledge in that different field. Now, test prep is also a big part of the online movement, and this is for SATs or even for IELTS test prep. But this is a great way to get teachers to students to help them with their test prep in preparation for their exams that are coming up. As I said before, K 12 teaching is also where I'm seeing a lot of online movement, which 5, 10 years ago would have been seen as controversial. So I love that opportunities are opening up for us. And with these opportunities, we can find jobs and spaces that can help us move into the field of education the way we want to. Now, looking at TEFL teaching and tutoring, there are so many companies that are offering online opportunities, including Preply, Cambly, VIP Kid, iTalki, iTutor Group, and even EF Education First. Now, a lot of these platforms, again, require a lot of time and understanding. If you are new to navigating the online world, it is in your best interest to make sure you learn about these apps and learn about these platforms to prepare yourself for what is to come. Now, Looking at language tutoring, let's say you're interested in tutoring Spanish or French or another foreign language, you have tools like Verbling or Lingoda or Wyzant or Babbel. And again, Preply. These are tools that can help you to get onto the language space, teach languages that you're passionate about, and work with students who really want to be there to gain the skills necessary, not only for their education as younger students, but even for adults. This is also an important opportunity. Now, test prep is also a thing. We have so many places out there that are looking for teachers, not only in person, but also online. You have the Huntington Learning Center, you have the test prep programs such as Study Point, where you can do private SAT tutoring. Again, Wyzant does tutoring for test prep. And also, there are some other programs such as Blueprint Prep for students who are looking for tutoring as well as exam prep. And that's not only for language prep or SATs, but even the MCAT has a space on this platform to help people gain certain skills. So please don't limit yourself and look further into what's available so that you can do what you want to do as far as teaching and working with students who are willing to learn in an online format. Now, looking at K to 12 opportunities, again, 5 to 10 years ago, this would have been non-starter, controversial. People would look at you like you're teaching online. But now we have so many programs available. They range from programs that are standalone high schools to programs that are associated with universities. And some of those include the James Madison High School, the Dwight Global Online School, the University of Missouri, Connections Academy, even the University of Nebraska has a high school online. University of Texas at Austin High School is also available online, giving parents and children the opportunity for their students to gain their K to 12 general education online. I think it is fascinating that we have these opportunities and platforms available to us, and I will definitely leave this information in the show notes so that you have what you need to go and do your own research and your own digging to find out what's available out there to give you more options for teaching online and moving into the future of teaching. Teaching is not what it was 20, 30 years ago. Things are changing. What used to be looked at as controversial or things that would not get accreditation. We are moving into a space now, and I definitely, thank the situation that many of us had to deal with during lockdown with where things are moving forward and quite fast when it comes to online education. And I think it's important for many of us to look at this not as a negative or as something that's going to take your job, but look at it as a new outlet, a new format, a new way to get opportunities. As an educator, I've seen things come and go. As someone who was a student many years ago, I've seen different changes from the different programs we had, No Child Left Behind, to, so many things have changed in the field of education. This is just another change that's coming our way, and we have to be prepared for it. We have to be ready for what's to come. And if that means getting the right credentials, getting the right understanding of these programs and these applications, it's what we need to do to make sure that we're prepared and we're ready to face our students with knowledge and with confidence to support them on their learning journey. Now, as I wrap up this episode, I do want to share that we are facing a lot of change in the field of education in the US. And I will be doing a bonus episode just giving my thoughts about where education is going in the US and the future of it. And we're going to get real. We're going to talk about what teachers are facing, what students and families are facing. And this is just a little appetizer to prepare you for what's to come. Now, bonus episodes are available by subscription. You can sign up and you can get all our regular episodes and the bonus episodes. Bonus episodes come out once a month. You get 2 episodes, so you're not just getting 1 episode each month, you're getting 2, and you can always go back and revisit the ones from previous months. They help bring you closer to me, the podcast host, KJ, and it also brings you closer to hopefully understanding your dream and realizing where you want to go in the field of education. I feel like my job here is to inspire you and motivate you for you to reclaim your love of teaching and education, because we're all seeing some changes and the burnout is real. And I really want to inspire people to not give up on their teaching career, but find different ways to get back to enjoying teaching. Find different ways to look at education, not from the traditional space, but thinking outside the box, whether it means teaching abroad, teaching online, finding different ways to teach, share your passion with others so that you don't lose what you really started working in the field for in the first place, which is to teach, educate, share your passion and love for teaching, and make sure that you're moving children and students all together in the direction that they need and they want for themselves. Now, to wrap our episode up this week, I again just want to thank everyone who has been listening. You have followed very closely, and it makes me so, so proud that you're a part of this community and of part of what I've built here to share with all of you in the field of education, and even some who are not in the field of education. So to wrap things up, please remember you can find me on Instagram at always_travel_light. You can also reach me on the blog kjaroundtheworld.com, and I look forward to connecting with you again for another episode next week. Bye bye.